you're wide awake. You haven't managed to fall asleep yet, have you? I can feel your mind racing from here. No, it's not all right. And no, I won't go back to sleep. As if I could sleep, knowing that someone I love is suffering and there's something I can do about it. There, let me look at you. I can see the exhaustion written all over your face. So much stress and anxiety. What's wrong? What has you so worked up? That must be such a burden to bear. I'm so sorry, my love. I'm going to do a few things to make it more comfortable in here. Open the window a bit, for one. That's better. And I'm going to straighten out these tangled sheets. And make you some tea. I'm not going very far away. In case you haven't noticed, we live in a tiny cottage. I'm right here. Then I won't leave your sight, all right? I promise. Now, while that's boiling, let's see what I can make up for you. Chamomile to relax you and ease those aches and pains that are plaguing you. Lemon balm to soothe those frayed nerves. It's delightfully fragrant, too. Lavender to balance your mood and to help you get restful sleep later. A touch of spearmint to help clear your mind and help you breathe easier. Valerian to help you sleep deeply. And passion flower extract to dissipate that tension. It's no trouble. Not at all. I want you to feel rested and safe, not anxious and plagued with horrible thoughts. I know, my love, but you must sleep. I understand that your mind will not grant you a moment's peace, but I can solve that. Your fears and your anxieties are all valid, but keeping yourself awake to ponder them will not solve them. It's been days since you last rested well. Of course I've noticed. It pains me to see you so drained and tired. I gave you space for a time to sort it out on your own if you wish, but I cannot stand aside any longer. I know you don't want to sleep for fear of nightmares, but I promise you, this will help you rest deeply and dreamlessly. Just for tonight, you need to get caught up on your rest. There will be plenty of time for pondering tomorrow, when you can look at things with fresh eyes. Your tea is just about finished. It's just missing one thing. Fresh clover honey from the Abbey's beehives. Not only will it help with any inflammation you might be suffering from, but it's delightfully sweet. A perfect pairing with the tea. Here you are. No, I don't usually allow food in bed, but this is a special exception. Just for you, Try it. There, you see? I'm glad you like it. Sip it slowly. By the time you get to the bottom of the mug, you'll be calmed and comfortably drowsy. You don't have to deal with those things now. You don't need to be anxious about forgetting, darling. I have an idea. Tell me your worries, and I will write them down. Then, tomorrow, you may return to them if you wish, after you have rested. You may find that many of them are not so bad when you revisit them later, and if there are things I can help with, I will do so gladly. I shall not think you silly, I promise. Whatever you tell me, I will write, without judgment. Go on. What else? Is that all? All right. Now, will you tell me about these nightmares that are running you so ragged? It's all right if you don't want to, but it may help. I am your wife. I'm here to help share your burdens, and telling me certainly can't make the dreams any worse. You don't have to give me details, just the bigger points. And while you do that, here, lean back into me a little. I'll massage your neck and shoulders. Well, come on. Perfect. Now, tell me. I'm so sorry, my love. That must be so difficult to live through. Well, no, it's not real. But the emotions that it evokes from you are real, and are no less valid. Thank you for trusting me with that. Keep working on that tea. We can talk about something pleasant. Any topic you had in mind? Of course. In all honesty, I'd forgotten about our annual spring trip. While you were gone, I mostly remained here, aside from a few trips to visit my parents. Why should I choose where we go? But you've been away so long. Don't you have some place you've been missing? I would hardly call this a vacation spot, but yes, it is home, and it's a good one. Well, if I am to choose where we go... When I was a child, my parents and I lived in a village far to the east for a couple of years. We were there to help my aunt, who had just had triplets. She and her husband could not manage the farm very well with so many new babies to care for all at once, so we pitched in. We took care of the livestock and managed the crops while they found their footing again. I loved it there. No, I'm not intending for you to work on a farm on our holiday. The region itself is beautiful in the spring. That village and the surrounding lands provide most of Saphira's fruit, and when all of those trees blossom, it looks like a wonderland. Besides that, there are multiple hot springs in the area, and it's very easy to find a quiet place to soak and relax. Yes, Even though the spring weather is a bit chilly, it's perfectly comfortable to enjoy an afternoon at the springs and an evening in a nearby cabin afterward. And there are ruins of an ancient citadel a short ride away from the heart of the village. It's a fascinating place to spend time. Well, yes, it does rain in bursts, but a little rain never hurt anyone. It makes the countryside so lush and green, and it smells so incredible. And downtown, there's a tavern that specializes in soup. Yes, they always have 3 different kinds of soup in their cauldrons, with freshly baked bread and locally made cheeses and jams to complement. I have spent many a cozy evening in there. Not to mention, my aunt and uncle still live in the area. I would love for you to meet them. They're very pleasant people. The cousins are still around. Well, most of them. One has traveled to an academy in Zateron to become an herbalist like me. The other 2 took up their own households nearby. There's a place there I'd like to take you to as well. Hopefully I can still find it. Well, I haven't been there in ages, and it wasn't near to any of the main roads. My foraging started at a young age. One day I wandered off in search of spring mushrooms and marked my trail so I wouldn't get lost. After an hour or so of searching, I stumbled across a grove of very old trees. Their branches were woven overhead so that it resembled a tunnel, and there was beautiful blooming wisteria growing all over it. Of course I followed the tunnel. I knew about the human warnings against fairies and spirits, yes, but I'm an elf. We have different customs and stories surrounding them. I knew them to be cheeky, but never unkind. At the end, there was a beautiful little pool, fed from a natural spring that burst forth from the rock about 2 stories up. I passed the entire day there. I had an excellent childhood, but I had never known such peace as I felt there. I've returned to the spot every time I've come back for a visit, but it's been many, many years since the last time I was in the area. I suppose I will just have to trust my intuition. Have you finished your tea? And how are you feeling? Good. Drowsy is what we like to hear. Settle back into the pillows. I'll blow out the candle. Snuggle up into me. There we are. Let me wrap my arm around you. Are you comfortable? Good. No need to thank me, my love. I'm just looking after that which I hold dear. I love you. Sweet dreams.